Oke Owenge Pueblo, and he's our cultural liaison for the Museum of the American Indian, for the Smithsonian, and we appreciate all the work that Dennis does to bring these cultural teachings into the museum. And at this time, we'd like Zenes Dotai to come forward. Brother Dennis.
Welcome. On behalf of our director, Mr. Kevin Gover, and the staff of the National Museum of the American Indian, we welcome you from your 6,800-mile journey throughout the United States. For healing, what a great purpose. If all Indians could come together for good things, we could move the world. The drum is an instrument of healing. The circle is an instrument of healing. Songs are a way of healing. Here in Washington, D.C., we house some of the largest and finest libraries. Many of these knowledge books, givers, holders, talk about the history of the indigenous people of this land. Imagine how much has been written about your ancestors. Then imagine how much more was not written about your ancestors. In the American life among mainstream United States, the plight of the Indian has not been acknowledged. Many things have happened in our history, such as the boarding schools, have not reached the American public. They know nothing of the atrocities done to at least 4 generations of how young people, as young as 4 years old, were institutionally taken by both missionaries and the government away from their families in the name of progress, in the name of assimilation. And I can say this because it is fact and it is well documented. However, you will not read that in American history books. In each of your stops, you have told of this plight. You have told of this true history. And it is through efforts such as yours that the American public will understand its true people and understand why many of us have come to be how we are today. There are many social problems. Yes, it is acknowledged that we as Indian people have, but a lot of it wasn't our fault. For if you open these history books and then you go deeper and start reading papers of the different institutions that house young people in these boarding schools, you will learn that it changed our nations. It took away our children and put them in boarding schools, cut their hair, made them learn to march, made them show emotion as a weakness. It also changed how we parent, because those who were in these boarding schools didn't have parents to hold them or to tell them they were loved. And being held is one of the basic nurturing that is needed to survival. And so, I can say this from firsthand because my father, and his father before him were all products of the boarding school. Today, my father has never told me he loved me, but I know he does. And this is directly due to showing emotion in the boarding schools. And so, when America wonders why Indian people have social problems, it was not our fault. A lot of it was a breakdown in our cultural system in our family system, in our community system, and that we are healing. But it's not poor Indians, look what they've done to you, because everything that was done to us, we had a response, because we as American Indians are survivors. And this is, I know to be true, because I see you out there right now. You are survivors. You are the product of survivors. And so we, as the National Museum of the American Indian, thank you in helping us spread the word of the many plights, stories, histories of the American Indian people. Thank you, and welcome to A Native Place.
Oh, Chimagwech Dennis, to go ahead and to give us that reminder that we are all survivors. Later on this afternoon, we're going to have an open mic session, and I know there's a lot of people that have come from long distances to share with you a lot of stories on what happened in their nation and on their reservation related to boarding schools, and to go ahead and to share that as part of the healing that the Journey for Forgiveness is about. At this time, I'd like to ask in a respectful way that our video cameras and our photographers, at this time we would ask that no pictures or video be taken of this next speaker that we have up. We've been honored to have a representative from Senator Sam Brownback's office. He's a Republican from... we talk about the 7 grandfathers: honesty, truth, wisdom, bravery, love, respect, and humility. And with this grandfather humility, to be able to go ahead and to be teachable, to be a student, to be able to keep an open mind. That's what I ask of you today. And in this challenge of walking a path of conviction rather than a path of convenience, I would ask you to open yourself up to that grandfather humility and to be able to go ahead and to keep an open mind and learn about the boarding school experience, and try to put yourself in the moccasins of these people that have had to suffer, because just like our Elder Dennis mentioned, we are survivors. And to go ahead and to share about the importance of this Journey for Forgiveness, I'd like to give to you the founder of the Wild Variety Movement, the founder of White Bison, Elder Don Koyos. Elder Don.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Don Koyos. I am a member of the Mohican Nation, and I was born from the Turtle Clan on my mother's side, and the Coyote Clan on my father's side, and my Indian name is Tantangawambli. That name was given to me when I was given the responsibility to be the keeper of your sacred hoop. This hoop does not belong to White Bison. This hoop belongs to you. And as many of you know, when you're given that responsibility, whenever the people say, I want them to our community, then our job is to take it there. And since I was given that responsibility, coming here to Washington, D.C., we just went over 75,000 miles that we have traveled throughout the United States. In Alaska, we were asked one time to bring it to Sitka, Alaska. And that was interesting to get it up there, but we did. A very worthwhile journey that we made there. So I would like to just say it's an honor for me to bring it here to your community, because it's it is yours. Last August 10th, I celebrated my 30th year of continuous sobriety. And I have 8 children and 18 grandchildren. All my children are now sober.